I've loved the 11th generation Honda Civic ever since it came out a few years ago. Here for 2025, we've got a few styling changes, but the big news is that it's now available as a 200 horsepower hybrid electric, and it's the North American Car of the Year. What's not to like? Get in. This is Family Wheels. Honda is in the second decade of this type of hybrid. It's two hybrids in one, series and parallel. In around town driving, the Civic Hybrid is effectively an electric vehicle. The engine supplies the generator, which supplies the electricity for the motor that drives the wheels. That makes it really quiet, also quite peppy, just like an EV. On the highway, or above that, 70 approximately kilometer an hour speed, you get a direct connection between the engine and the wheels. This is called lock-up clutch, and the engine just drives the wheels. We're at about 80k out on the highway. You really don't notice it. The engine is a 2-liter, 4-cylinder unit that operates on the Atkinson cycle, in which the closing of the intake valve is delayed during the compression stroke for greater efficiency. In the Civic Hybrid, it makes 141 horsepower and 134 pound-feet of torque. While total horsepower is 200, same as the Civic Si, by the way, the series and parallel hybrid systems mean the maximum output would seldom be reached. But that's not a problem, because the Civic Hybrid has a lot of torque for a compact, 232 pound-feet of the stuff that pushes you back in the driver's seat, almost 100 pound-feet more than the non-hybrid. The electric assist adds to the fun of driving, but also contributes to quieter motoring. Another technical note, this version of the Honda Hybrid has its front motor generator units in line due to size constraints, while other models have them side by side. It means the CR-V has a low-speed lock-up clutch, allowing engine drive at low speeds, and a modest towing capacity of 1,000 pounds. And as we go around this varying radius curve, front-wheel drive only, so we do get quite a bit of understeer, but it is not disconcerting. This is just a great, fun little car to drive. And there we are, up to highway speed. The stiffness of the chassis in this 11th generation Honda Civic is part of the reasons for its excellent handling and sporty feel. But how does it do over our neighborhood bumpy road? Well, that's firm but well controlled, and no surprises there. Out of the modes that are available, I have selected Sport. Not because of sporty driving, although that's obviously an option. It's because you can set maximum regeneration or any other level of regen, and it holds that, which I find to be useful in all kinds of situations. And the more regen you have, the easier it is on your brakes. One thing I'll note about the entertainment system, the infotainment system on this car, and other Hondas I've driven, they have an absolutely atrocious AM radio. And you ask, well, who listens to AM radio anymore? Ask the U.S. Congress. In early 2025, another bill mandating, if it passes, mandating AM radio in all new vehicles has been introduced. Why? Because of emergency services. Now, I'm prejudiced. I worked a very long time in AM radio on the news side, and some news talk stations still are on AM. The excellent news, as far as I'm concerned, is that the hybrid Civic is available in the sedan or hatchback version. The hatchback here has considerably more cargo room. It's more expensive than the sedan by almost $2,000 in Canada, but the sedan has its virtues as well. So take your pick. It's only on the top level of the two hybrid trims that are available for the Civic that you get really all the bells and whistles, including some really important ones. The one that sticks out for me is a Google built-in or Alexa built-in. Google built-in is an astoundingly good system, the best nav I've ever encountered. You can also control various functions on the vehicle with it. Honda has wisely kept the clean design and high-quality materials in the cabin of the Civic. As they say on social media, 10 out of 10, no notes. There's been a slight refresh of the Civic's styling, particularly the fascia and grille, but the platform is the same. So, here's my check of the hatchback's cargo and passenger accommodations from 2022. Our typical cargo of 3 bags of groceries, a backpack, and a stroller are no problem for the Civic hatchback. And really, they weren't a problem for the Civic sedan either, but of course the difference between a hatchback and a sedan with a trunk is you get the height. The trunk cuts in here and that's it. Whereas here you can stuff more things up top. And of course, once you fold the seats forward, then you get a really nice big increase in cargo capacity. The spare tire that came with the 2022 Civic hatchback has been replaced by a repair kit. Kudos to Honda for this clever cargo cover, which operates side to side, takes up very little space, and never has to be removed when the rear seat is folded. Honda does not provide a figure for space gained by folding the rear seat, but it's obvious that much more room is added. And it's another win for the Civic in the child seat department. We've got our rear-facing child seat in the back. It's the one that takes up the most room. Here in the front, I've got at least a couple of inches ahead of my knees. So good work, Honda. I'm 5 feet 11 inches tall. That's 180 centimeters. And I'm having a good time here in the back seat of the Honda Civic. It's with the driver's seat set for me up front. And I've got plenty of knee room, really just lots and lots. My feet are not touching the seat bottom. Also, we have some niceties back here, particularly seat heat, and we've got 2 USB-A ports. On the negative side, however, we have no HVAC vents in the center for the rear seat, just the heat that comes from under the seats in front. Also, there really isn't much storage back here. There's no cubby in the center. There's just these little pockets in the doors. I'm sad to say goodbye to the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Honda has taken an excellent vehicle and made it even better. But what do you think? Leave a comment. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, and thanks for subscribing. I'm Richard Detman, and I'll see you next time on Family Wheel.